I will be walking through the step-by-step process of observing the portal used for alumni ambassador training. So I asked the director of the program to invite me to the training, which you will see here. So everyone gets a similar email like this with a link. So you will click that link and it brings you to a page. Of course, you have to have Adobe Flash. And this is the landing page. This is basically where we see what's accessible from this drop-down menu. Some of the general things I observe is the logo here is not the correct branding, especially because the hyperlink indicates that it's a conservatory alumni training, as we see here. And even though it's at Berkeley, that's just a little confusing for people that are taking this for training to be an alumni ambassador for the conservatory. So you'll see here some general information, 2017-2018 training, so it lets you know it's relatively up to date, lets you know the time that you opened it, that your status is in progress, and the cumulative score is kind of confusing because as you go through, it doesn't quite keep a score. And then down here, it will tell you the requirements to complete for the program. This link will bring you to a website, the Boston Conservatory at Berkeley website. Down here we have a legend. This is scrollable, even though there's not much content there, but I guess you could refresh if you'd like. You could also drag this over if you want that to be a bit bigger to read everything. And here we have our modules that we will be accessing. So the first module is the Alumni Ambassador Training Overview video. If you click Review, that brings you to this page, which is, as you'll see in the interview with the student or the learner for this training, they recognized this as well, so that has not been updated, even though since then I have notified the designer. So we just X out of that and move on to the next module. So most of the modules look like this, and of course you'll have to download these if it's not working. Other than that, they pretty much upload quickly. This happens to be the dance division information. All of the modules kind of look like this, and as we scroll through, you'll see that there is an image indicating that this is from the dance division, and then it will start an overview of the dance division coursework. So there's just a lot of text here, and as you scroll through, there's nothing really engaging. The learner that I interviewed and that participated in this training had some things to say about the titles here and why they're red. It kind of doesn't match with any sort of theme. Got some blue here, kind of looks like a hyperlink but isn't. And again, there's an image, the same image on every page, doesn't really keep the learner engaged in any sort of way. And we keep scrolling through performance opportunities. So there's just a lot of text. A lot of text on here. And that's about 3 pages. So X out of that. Open the next one. And again, we're having this issue of loading appropriately. Theater division training, that loads, and again about 3 pages. And as you see, because these are PDFs, there's no navigational tool in here to go to the next module. It's just basically Xing out and going to the next page. So we'll scroll quickly through this. Another image, again indicating that it's the theater division, but not really contributing to the learning here. And again, much more text with these very bold, bright red titles. A lot of bullets. It's just not a lot of diverse content, and structurally it doesn't engage the reader, motivate the reader. Few Q&A here, but again, not at the very bottom, not very engaging. X out of that. The very end of the training, there's a code of conduct. Once again, not loading. You can view the view book, which is our materials that we take on the road in PDF form. Again, not loading. Oh, slowly. So this is screenshots of what I believe was like the content before it went to publish. And this comes in physical form as well. This is our marketing piece. A lot of images, some quotes, list of degree programs, and I might mention this is also on the website. So if anybody wanted to know this information, they could go to the website. Some fast facts. It's a little redundant because it was mentioned in the overview of each of the modules, especially the general information module. Just more numbers. These numbers pop out to you, but as a learner, this is a lot to retain. More images, just little quotes here and there, and it's just more of the same. A lot of text, information about what students can do while they're at the conservatory, opportunities for performance, more images, quote, more quotes. So it's just content that's not really necessary, especially for alumni ambassador. They're not going to remember this quote. You know, they're going to want content that's quick and easy to communicate. Again, small font, list of faculty. This is just a lot of information. I think that's really halfway, so more of that. And then the reimbursement form is essentially if they want to get reimbursed for mileage or any travel expenses. So as you can tell, this module, this first module, BCB Alumni Ambassador Training Overview Video, I guess is supposed to be a video. I did talk to the designer. They said that it's supposed to let the learner know what to complete, but it also has requirements over here. It doesn't necessarily let the learner know what this view book is meant for, aside from just reference. And then half the modules don't really open. I mean, we can try this general information module again. There we go. This is just more text, and all of these numbers were what we just saw in the fast fact, or I'm sorry, the booklet that was a PDF version of the marketing materials, and just a lot of text. Once again, try another module that wasn't working before. There we go. So on the second time around, I mean, it took initiative for me to want to go back and see if it was working, but as a first-time user of this that's accessing all of these maybe in one sitting, that's just, I mean, I would assume someone would probably get frustrated and not really pay attention. So again, more of the same, more images that don't really contribute to the learning. This is the same image from the first page, just more of the same. So that is the overview of this Berkeley Boston Conservatory Alumni Ambassador Training. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, please review the setting and observation pages on the ePortfolio. Thanks.